Hey guys, back again with another do-it-yourself. This time it's for my 2011 Honda Odyssey, and we're going to be changing the tranny fluid, which is super important thing to do. The general consensus is that you want to do it at least every other oil change, or a lot of guys do it once a year and just do a one drain and fill. I haven't done mine in a long time, so I'm actually going to do 3 drain and fills, but the process is pretty easy. Step number 1 is we're going to remove, actually this, I've already removed it, and as you can see, it just, you can just stick a 3/8 inch drive, it fits right in there, and break it loose, and I'll show you where it is here. Okay, so on mine, it's actually, this is the passenger side right there. It's the driver's side tire. So we're underneath the car, the front of the car. And that bolt goes right in there. And look at all that sludge that's on there. That is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And that's all from wear and tear, tiny little fragments of your transmission. It's a magnet. So we're actually gonna wipe that off and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. That is a whole lot of stuff. So this is why you want to do it every year, because if you don't, this is what it can look like. I recently got my Honda, and I don't think the people did it as much as they should. So you don't want it to look like that. Okay, I finally got it clean as I can get it, and look at all that stuff I pulled off. It just kept wiping off and wiping off. I just poured what I took out of my tranny into a mason jar. I don't know if that's coming through. That's kind of a better angle. This is dark. This is ridiculous. This stuff should be bright pink. You never want it to be this dark. This is, hopefully I didn't do permanent damage to my transmission, but that is just super dark. It almost looks like motor oil. Okay, so we got it all drained, and I put the plug back in the bottom, torqued it a little bit. I did not replace the crush washer because I'm going to do this 2 more times, and I'll just replace it on the last time. But for right now, the next step is to see that hole right there, dead center. This used to be there, and that is, I believe, a 17 millimeter. Let me check here. Yes. It's a 17 millimeter. And this is my setup. You got to kind of have the exact length, so that way it fits down in here and it ends up right about here with your breaker bar. And you do want a breaker bar, because that, if it's the first time you've taken it off, it's going to be pretty snug. So you use that breaker bar, and it should release right away. And now I'm going to put the same amount that I took out. You could do it that way, or some people do they do a triple change with 10 quarts exactly, and they'll just, even if they take out 3.5 or 4 quarts on the drain, they'll just put 3 quarts in and run it for a little bit, and then they'll do another drain, 3 more quarts back in, and same for the third one, except they'll fill it all, top it off on the third one. So hopefully that makes sense. But so either way you want to go for that. Some people want to do the first one and drive it for a little bit, and maybe a couple days later do the second one. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to drive it for a little bit. I'm going to add 3 quarts, and I'm going to do all 3 right now. And also, this is what I rigged up to add as my funnel with the little hose on there as an extension. that hose fits right in the hole perfectly. And otherwise, I've read that if you have a longer funnel than this, that it could work just by putting it in there, but I just don't have one long enough, so I'm using this as kind of a makeshift funnel. All right, we got that bolt back on. I put 3 quarts in, like I said. Got the bolt back on. Now we're gonna lower it. I did jack mine up so I could get under it a little bit easier with the camera. And I'm gonna just drive it around for a little bit, make sure it's good and mixed, and then I'm gonna go for round 2. I just got back from my drive, and I've got to tell you, the difference is tremendous. Before I did the change with that dirty grime that you guys saw that was in there, it was pretty rough. I mean, it was just a little herky-jerky, kind of on all gears. I mean, first to second, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like thunking or anything like that, but it was definitely not as smooth as it should have been. And after just the first change, the difference is ridiculous. It's completely smooth. So if you're experiencing any kind of rough shifting with your transmission and you haven't changed your transmission fluid, do it as soon as possible, because it could just be that. And what a difference, I'm telling you. So, and that's just the first change. It's still, half of that oil is still disgusting. I don't even know if it's ever been changed. I got it Honda certified, but who knows what Honda actually does. I didn't check it when I bought it. Shame on me for not doing that. But so it's still half of the transmission fluid in there is still the old dark nasty stuff. So I'm excited to see what happens after my second and third changes. Ought to run like a brand new transmission. So okay, so I'm gonna try to get a shot of this. I'm filling these other containers so I can use this big one again. I want you to, this is the first drain. Check the color of that out. Okay, so for my second and third drain and fills, I decided not to jack the van up. It's certainly not needed, and I already got, like I said before, I jacked it up the first time so I could get a better shot for you guys. But since I've already got that shot, it's much easier to not jack it up. You can easily reach it. Here is a view of it not jacked up, and you see it draining right there. The bolt is on that side right there. And like I said, this could be different depending on your year and model and tranny, but this is where it's at for mine. Okay, this is what came out of my second drain and fill. Again, I think it's poor lighting, but you can probably see it's still darker than crap. Super dark and yucky. But again, that's half the old nasty oil and half fluid and half good fluid. So I guess you can expect that. As we are draining the third and final time right now, and as soon as that's done, then this guy is a brand new crush washer. You know, some people say it's not necessary, but most people say go ahead and do it. I'm playing it on the safe side, so put that bad boy on. And then torque to spec, which is 36 foot-pounds, and then do a final fill, and that should be it. So far it runs so much better. It just keeps getting better and better after the second fill. I took another test drive. I actually went to the dealership to pick this up, and I can't feel any of the rough stuff that I used to have. So hopefully you guys will have the same experience. That about wraps it up, guys. Turned out good. The third drain was really clear. Look at that, crystal clear pink stuff. Smells good. See? Yeah, it tastes pretty good too. Thanks for tuning in, guys. By the way, that's not transmission fluid.